Walking inside of the van, we'll have a headliner storage and all the window covers are stored right here. These seats, only the front one is a swivel seat. You can lift the red button, lift it up, and turn counterclockwise at the same time. This whole seat will be able to swivel back. You might need two persons to push it around. Storage space. And on the left hand here is a fridge and freezer. A cassette toilet. And a shower. Below the sink is where we store the induction cooktop. Each of the drawers has bowls, plates, silverware, and extra supplies. Now coming over here, if you just have 2 people staying in the van, you can leave the downstairs the way it is. And when you're ready to go to bed, to make sure all the cushions are laying flat. And you just need to use this button to lower the bed. Seems like that's a good amount of space to get up to the bed. And over here, if the bed is all the way up, we can see this panel as well, but we'll just go over this panel from left to right. On the top here is a battery monitor. We actually have an external power plugged in right now, so the power is completely full. You can monitor your battery level on this monitor right here. And below it is a gasoline heater. If you get cold at night, this does not use any electricity. Instead, it uses the fuel in the van. Use your gasoline. So to turn it on, there's no trick, just turn it on. You will see the button light up, and the fan is actually below the seat. Not sure if you can hear it. There's actually air flowing. It will take a few minutes for hot air to come up, but it does get hot very fast. We'll leave that on for a minute. Up here are the tank heaters. Typically we don't need it in the summer because it is above freezing. This is to keep the tank warm. So in the sub-zero conditions, this will keep the water tank and all the water lines from freezing. Below that is the inverter. Currently it is on position. You don't really need the inverter to be on unless you want to use household appliances. Unless you want to use household appliances like microwave, induction cooktop, everything else in this van, including the little bit of electricity that the heater use and water pump, everything is connected on the 12 volt. So normally this just can be in an off position. Moving on over here, on the top we have a 12 volt cigarette charger and 2 USBs. Similar USB, I believe there's another one in the back, so you can charge your phone either way. And below here, all the lights are very self-explanatory, with the only exception is the third button. We labeled it as a gray water valve. When this valve is on, all the gray water you use either drain from the sink or the shower. The valve will become open right away, and where you're at a space you can safely dump gray water, you can just let it drain to the floor. There's no black tank in this van. Moving on over here is the water level monitor. You actually we don't have a black tank. And when you hold it, it will show you the water tank is full right now. And the gray tank is pretty much empty because we dumped everything. And if you want the water pump to work, just light this button up and you can use it in the shower and at the sink. The last control here is the water heater. Because it drains a lot of battery, what we do is make sure the inverter is on here. And then you just need to tap the button one time and it will switch it on. And when you're done using it, you can just turn it off. It just takes about 5 minutes or less than that, actually 2 or 3 minutes to have hot water flowing. To fill up water, just connect garden hose to the side filled up. Inside on the passenger side in the rear, there's the freshwater tank. Remove the cushion, move the lids, and we have this instruction which valve controls what. Right now we are filling up the storage tank from pressurized city water, so just follow the instruction here. Number 1, on, off, off. So we just come over here and verify all the valve is in the right position. And the way you can tell a valve is on is if it runs parallel with the pipe, that means the valve is on. If it runs perpendicular to the valve, that means it's stopped. So valve 3 is off position right now, which is what we want. And we have the water flowing right now. Water level is increasing. Now we can see the water is completely full. Now we can resume everything back to the position. So valve needs to be on, off, off, on. So here we'll do a number 1 on. This is on. Number 2 needs to be off. Number 3 needs to be off, and number 4 needs to be on. So now immediately when we did that, you can start using the water at the sink. On the driver's side, in the back of the van, underneath the bench here is where we put the filling up hose, outdoor shower, and also the charging power cord, which we're charging right now, but it'll be on here. Okay, after we take the dining room apart, the table fits into right here perfectly, and then it becomes playing a puzzle. So you just put all the cushions the way it is, and right here can flip up and create additional bedding space. This is another room. Okay, and then we can put all the cushion in a different spot. And one big one. Just be careful that there is a gap here. There's actually no support. So when you do sleep, 2 per person down here is recommended to have 1 person sleep more close to one side and the other person close to the other side. Just nobody sleep in the middle here. We have the whole bed. Okay, to put the table back together or to remove it, it's the same way. We have the arm. Make sure the groove is locked. The leveler position is facing down, and after you get to a position that you're happy with, just twist it up to lock it. Now it won't move. And then to put the tabletop back, just line up the stud with the hole and drop it down. After it's all done, we just need to lock it. Now the table is up. And if you want to raise the whole table higher, you just need to go down here again. You go down here again, and we'll put the leveler down, and then we can raise the whole table up. After you get a height that you want to, you can lock it up again. Now it won't move. Our cover and all the windows are labeled in numbers. The cover itself is also labeled in numbers. If you just line the 2 numbers up, everything will fit. Over here is a fan. The remote control is in this overhead cabinet, but you can also just control it manually as well. And you can change the directions for in and out, or you can power it off. The AC drains a lot of batteries, so try not to use this when you don't have an external plug. If you're using the van, if you're driving the van, it's okay to turn this on because the power you're generating from the driving portion of it will be enough to power this. One really good way to save fuel, to be fuel conservative, is instead of using the AC that comes with the van itself, just turn this AC on while you're driving, and it'll be really cool. So since I left the heater on for about 5 minutes now, and it is full blasting, and at first if the air is a little bit cold, just run for a little bit longer because it is drawing fuel from your fuel tank, and that line might be plugged sometime and takes a little bit of time to unplug that line, so it takes a little bit of time.